What's up, guys? My name is Jamie Starrett. I am one of the co-founders of DiscipleNowCurriculum.com. You can see a picture of me there on a Wednesday night with one of my students. I'm doing a game there, and I've got some prizes in my hand for one of our screen games that we're running on our Wednesday night. And so I just want to let you know kind of who I am. I am a student pastor, and I want to talk to you guys about what I think is the best Disciple Now curriculum that's out there. A little bit about me. I'm a student pastor, been a student pastor now for over 20 years, all at the same church, and I've been part of a small youth ministry and now a large ministry. And some of you might think, well, your large ministries are really not that large, but for me it is large, and I was the main leader. And then we merged with another church that has different campuses, and so now I'm a multi-site student pastor at one of our campuses. And so this is me with my family, and this is one of the campaigns we were doing, and so it's 5 love languages. This is me on a mission trip. I just want to kind of let you know that I am in the trenches with you, along with you, and this is me with my team going to Portland at DFW Airport, heading off, and then this is another picture of me in Haiti with our team going back to our hotel. It was pretty hot, but had a great day seeing God move. And then this is me at high school camp, and we run about 1,000 high school students at camp. We go to Winter Park, Colorado. That's another one of our student pastors at one of our campuses, and we're doing kind of a morning show and a great time there. And then, of course, this is our Disciple Now. We call it the weekend, but this is our Disciple Now, and this is our youth room. It's high school, middle school, and we're 419 student ministries, as you can see the big circle there. And then, of course, I got a picture of all of our luggage that's out and about in our hallways. But I'll talk more about that in some later videos of how we run our Disciple Now. But I want to talk to you guys about why Disciple Now curriculum. Why did we, like I said, I'm a co-founder of DiscipleNowCurriculum.com. We have over 3,000 churches that use our curriculum every year. And so why did we create it? Well, back in 2013, I was running about 50 students. And I didn't have much money in my budget. I remember thinking, man, I really want to have a great Disciple Now. I've got to bring in I got to bring in a band. I got to bring in a speaker. I also got to bring in some leaders that I want to pay, and I want to have a great Disciple Now. But I just didn't have much money in my budget to pull that kind of event off. And I knew I'd used curriculum. I'd bought curriculum in the past. I mean, I've used everybody's curriculum. But I didn't want to buy books that year because, well, I was throwing away a lot of books. And students weren't keeping the books, so I didn't want to buy books that they were just going to throw away. And I always thought, man, if I could find a printer, somebody locally that would print shirts for me, I could get that at a better deal, if I could have some graphics. And so that year we started writing our own curriculum. And so what happened was we were bringing in student pastors and bringing in college students that are now youth pastors, and they were using our curriculum. They were like, well, can we just get a copy of that? And I thought, you know what, why not? We'll offer this to student pastors that at a price that won't break their budget, and offer everything that they might need for a Disciple Now. Kind of put my 20 years of student ministry into kind of a package deal. And so this is what you would need to have a great Disciple Now weekend or retreat weekend. And so let's look at one of our new studies. This is Innovator. This is our new study for 2020. And all of our lessons, right now we have 13 studies, and every lesson has 4 leader lessons, and they're in PDF format, and we got 4 student sheets that they can follow along with the leader in their small group. And this is lesson 1 is created by God. Lesson 2 is uniquely gifted. Lesson 3 is empowered by the Holy Spirit, and then lesson 4 is the same old is not working. Really saying that, hey, this normal Christian life that everybody's trying to live out is not working. We need to rely on the Spirit, and once we rely on the Spirit and Him working through us, and we'll have boldness, and we could take the gospel to our schools and to our families, and we can see revival happening in our student ministries if we rely and be empowered by the Holy Spirit. And so that's what Innovator is about. And so inside Innovator, if you kind of think about it, inside all of our Disciple Now curriculum package, we want to offer everything that we can think of that would help you pull off a great weekend that's not going to break your budget. So you're going to get 4 lessons in a PDF format. It's going to be, you can print those out. They're all downloadable. You print them out, and you can print them out on a color printer, or you can print them out in a black and white, whatever you might have at your church. A lot of youth pastors, like I said, we have about 3,000 youth pastors that use our Disciple Now curriculum. Some youth pastors, because they're trying to save a lot of money, they're printing out the lessons and they're just stapling them and giving them to their adult leaders. What we do at my campus is we place them in paper folders. So every year before school starts, all the school supplies go on sale. I go and I buy about 200 folders, and they cost me about 5 cents a piece. And I go ahead and pick out two colors, black and then red. And so I place those inside a folder that's going to cost me 5 cents. And so in our reality, the folder that I'm going to give to my leaders is going to cost me around $1. And so I place that all in the paper folder. I also put a schedule and put some other things as well. We'll talk about that inside the folder. Now, you're also going to get 4 student fill-in-the-blank sheets. They're all downloadable again. You can print them. Listen, as soon as you place an order, you get an email. You get all the resources at that moment. And so you can download them, you can print, you can place them in a paper folder. That's what we do. I place the leaders in a paper folder, and I also place the students in a different paper folder because we add a 30-day devotional that goes along with our studies inside that notebook, and then I can give that notebook to the students. Now, it's not going to hurt my feelings if I've got to throw away a bunch of these notebooks because they're only going to cost me around $1 for each notebook. And so we place them in paper folders. Now, some youth pastors, like I said, they're trying to save money. What they're doing is they're taking the student fill-in-the-blank sheets, they're making enough copies, and then they're putting them inside the paper folder for the leaders, and then they're just handing those out during their small group. So our curriculum is there. It's customizable for your group. So however you want to use it, whatever might save you money, that might, you know your students better than we do. We just want to give you some options, but we do want to save you some money. So these are the paper folders that we use. Like I said, we use black for students every year and for leaders, and then we use red for our host homes. And so we buy the paper folders. I told you I buy them before the school year starts. I keep them all semester. We print leader lessons, we print student sheets, and then I print a shipping label with the title graphic on it, and I just put it on the folder and put 2020 on, or whatever year you're using. And it's a sharp folder, and like I said, it's super easy. And then I can mail those to the adult leaders. I can give them to the adult leaders. However I want to make that happen, I'm going to do that. But it's really simple, guys. Look, this folder right there, it's going to cost you maybe $1, maybe $1.50, and it's not going to break your budget. Now this year, what I'm super excited about is we have our new Dnow Leader app, and you can go to any app store, Android or the Apple App Store, and type in Disciple Now Curriculum, and it's going to pull that app up. You can go ahead and download the app, and you can look at samples of each lesson that we have. Now, what I love about this is if you buy Rooted this year and then you buy Fight next year, you have those on hand. So we have youth pastors that right now have bought 5 or 6 studies, and they're just rotating these studies every year because they own them. It saves them money. Once you purchase it from us, it's yours. You get to use it in your context. And so inside this leader app, you're going to get leader lessons. So once you purchase our study, we're going to unlock your lesson, and it's going to have the leader lessons all right there on your phone. So you're able to send that to your adult leaders, give them the link, and give them your login, and they have it. Now, what's free in this app right now, if you download it, is course samples, and then we have free follow-up lessons. So think about these follow-up lessons like this: is once a student makes a decision or they want to go deeper in with Christ after the event, and you've got it, maybe your small group leaders are leading your Disciple Now groups. That's what we do. Then they can walk them through a journey for the next 6 weeks on different lessons on how to grow in God. And so that's free. You don't even have to purchase anything from us to get that. We also have life scriptures, and what I like about that is during the weekend, that different topics come up, and we're trying to set our leaders up to win. So if there's something about depression, anger, loneliness, whatever, they can go right there and click on that app. It's going to pull up those scriptures, and they can share those with the students maybe on their one-on-ones. The best thing about this app is this interactive gospel track. And so imagine during the one-on-ones, your vision is that every leader walks students through the gospel. You just want to find out where they are spiritually. There's an interactive gospel track on there that's It's it's pretty awesome to look at, and so they're going to walk them through that, and then if they do make a decision, there's a notes tab there that your leader can make notes on the students that they're talking to, and then at the end of the weekend they can just shoot that over to you. Because a lot of times at the end of the weekend, our leaders are tired. They're not thinking about all the conversations they had, and so but on this app, there's a lot of things that they could do for free without purchasing a study. Like again, we just want to help you. But if you want to purchase a study, then we're going to unlock it for you. But you have all that resource at your. Imagine sending that to your adult leaders in an email saying, "Hey, check out check out the app, download it. Here's a password to get on it," and then they already have all the lessons right there for their Disciple Now weekend, for your Disciple Now weekend, and so they can begin studying and looking over that, and then you can send them a leader notebook if that's something you choose to do. So this is a great resource, brand new for 2020, and we're going to be developing this app, but check it out. You can go ahead and download it for free. Every study is going to come with slides, graphics, and so we got the title slide, we have verse slide and point slide. You can use this to publicize your event. You can use this if you bring in a speaker. That's what we do. We bring in a speaker and we use this to go along with their message, and we put it up on our screen. It just looks good, but every study that you buy is going to have thematic slides that go along with it, and so check those things out. They look good on your screen as well. They're in a wide format, and then we've got countdown videos and looping videos. And so your countdown video is thematic along with your study. It's going to be about a minute long. Some are a minute. This is a minute. Some are 5 minutes. Then you've got a looping video that you can play behind it, or behind, however you want to use that in your presentation software. But you can have that looping during your announcements as well. But guys, this goes along. This is all included in your once you purchase a study. And so, what else do you get? You have this marketing aspect of our studies. You've got a banner graphic, and so. Guys, listen, I think that looks great, and we could sell that, and we can make a lot of money, but that doesn't help you. And so we give you the graphic, we're giving you everything that you need to send that to somebody, maybe somebody in your church. You know somebody that has a sign shop, and they're willing to work a deal with you. We'll send that to them. You get the best deal, and it's not gonna bust your budget. And so, like I said, we could sell that. We're not doing that because you can find someone that can do that better. And then you also get printable poster graphics. These are 11 by 17 that you can print in-house, or you can print them at the local print shop down the street somewhere around your church. And what we do with this is we have a wall outside our youth room, and we plaster the wall with these posters, and so it becomes a big banner. And so when students come by or parents come by, we're talking about it, they can see it. So that's how we use them. We put them all in our youth room as well. Guys, this is part of every package that we have. You're going to get this for free inside the studies. Now you're also going to get a t-shirt graphic. Now these t-shirt graphics are in Photoshop or an Illustrator file, and so the way we've designed this is you just take this file. You can't open it unless you have Photoshop or Illustrator, but you send this straight to your t-shirt company. Now, like I said, you might have somebody in your church that owns a t-shirt company. They're going to give you a good deal. We've had people say, man, we have a guy that's going to do them for $4.99. Guys, that's awesome. I can sell these shirts. If you need shirts, we're going to sell them for $12.99 a piece, and we have a 2-week turnaround. But if you know someone in your church or someone locally that's going to give you a better price, we're going to give you everything you need so that you can just send that straight off to the t-shirt company. Guys, I want to save you money. I want you to spend your money on what matters most. And what matters most is students and leaders. And so we want to make this easy for you. You don't have to use our graphic, but we give it to you. It looks great. And you can search on Instagram, and you can search up Disciple Now, and you can see a lot of churches that are using our graphics. And but this is our new one, and guys, we make it so easy for you. And if you ever have questions, my cell number is on the website. You can call me, I'll answer it, and I can walk you through any part of this process. Now you're also going to get some student sheets now that are editable. So these are PDF and Word documents. Now what we do with this is I print these out, I place these on the chairs on Wednesday night, which is a high school. We place them on Thursday nights, which is our middle school. We put them on Sunday morning at the tables that we meet at. I send this to the parents as well, and so we print a bunch of these. I print them in black and white. You can print them in color if you want to, but it's all customizable. You can have it ready for your students. We charge $75 for each student, and we have half to full scholarships available. If you want to put that on there, you can, but it's a great cover sheet. And then also we're going to include some basic information about Disciple Now, because maybe in your setting, a lot of people don't know what Disciple Now is, or maybe they do, but just kind of some basic information for parents and students. What is a Disciple Now? What is a host home? What should I pack? Will my student need any money? Can students drive during the weekend? And so you can add or take away any of that information that you want to. And then we have what to bring and rules. We want students to bring a 2-liter bottle of soda and a bag of chips and a bag of cookies. So some things there that we want them to bring to help out, and then some rules. Like I said, any of this stuff that you want to add or take away, you can. But we want to set you up to win, and we want you to have a great weekend. And then you're going to get a time away form that when students are stepping away for the weekend, because maybe it's a band competition, maybe there's a dance, maybe there's some kind of sporting event, whatever it is, that a student, we want them to be a part. So if they're going to go away for a little bit and come back, that's fine. But we want a record of that. So we have students fill this out, and this gets put in the host home folder as well as the leader folder, and it's signed by the parents. So we know when the student is coming and when the student is coming. So going and coming. So we want to know. If you're not doing that, guys, listen. Even if you don't buy this, you need to start doing something like that. Now, these are student sheets. Like I said, we staple all these together and we put them in wherever students are, and we also send that to our parents as well. We also include a registration form. I don't have a registration form for you because there's information on there that's just for your church. So if you have one of those, you can staple that as well. We give you the graphic that you can add to your registration form to make it look thematic. Now, here's some more forms. We have a schedule form that's in a PDF and a Word doc. It's a sample of what we do, and you can change it. And then, like I said, we include this on everything. We include this in our leader folders, our student folders, our packets, our host home packets, and things like that. But you can take this, you can make it your own, you can add, take away from that. So we have a schedule. We also have a food volunteer information form, that sign-up sheet. Now, what I do with this saves me a lot of money for food for our Disciple Now. And what we do, we have life groups, which are like small groups or Sunday school classes on Sunday morning. So I'll take this sheet right here and I'll add it to a clipboard, and I also will put an envelope on there, just a manila envelope, and then I'll go to the life groups and I'll talk about how they can get connected. They can host, they can open up their home, or they can provide food for a home. And so if they want to do that, the information's there for them to do some ideas for breakfast and for lunch, for dinner, some basic things that students are going to eat. No casseroles, but just things like that. And then on that clipboard, they can sign up, or with the envelope, some of them say, you know what, I can't host, I can't provide food, but man, I can provide money. And so with that envelope, that I'll get $100, $200, or whatever sometimes on a Sunday morning, and that goes. I can go, okay, host homes need this, they need this food, and so I can give them that $100, or some cases I can go buy the food or find someone to go buy the food for them. So this is a way for you to get that information, and allows your church to be a part of this great weekend. We also have a host home evaluation sheet. And in this host home evaluation sheet, what I do, I normally put together a host home folder, and it includes the schedule. It includes this host home evaluation. I also include the mission projects that we're doing. I include a map to the mission projects. I include the contact information for the people that they need to contact in church, my number. And then this host home evaluation goes in there because I want to know what they thought about the weekend, because we cannot do our Disciple Now without them, and so I want to celebrate them, and so I get that back with their folder normally on Sunday morning, and I say thank you, and then we always follow up host homes with a gift, whether it's a gift card, whether that's homemade cookies that I take to their house. I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. So this allows us to have that information, to have good feedback, and to make some changes if need be. And so we also have a leader evaluation that I place inside the host home folder, and you'll see that in a second. And so what I tell my leaders, I have a leader meeting that Friday, and so I say, listen, your host home has a leader evaluation. I want you to fill that out and then bring that to me on Sunday morning. And when you bring it to me, then I can hand you your check. But I'm not going to give you your check unless I get the leader evaluation, because I want to know about the weekend. I want to know about conversations. I want to know some things that happen. And so that allows me to have a chance with them, and then it gives me a chance to see them before they leave to go wherever they have to go, and hug their necks and talk about what a great weekend that was. And so that's included in that. Now, we put all this in a host home red paper folder. Again, these paper folders are cheap. They're so much cheaper than buying books. And so all that goes in there. And then I have a host home meeting the week prior to the event, and I walk them through. I talk about vision, why we're doing it. This is how many kids we're expecting. If I already have students that are signed up, I have their names, information, I'll put that inside their host home folder. And then I'm just walking through the schedule, going over their mission opportunities, going over what we're doing. If this year we're doing mission projects, or if this is a fun year, we're doing something like we're going to a jump park or whatever, then I'll let them know that as well. And I want to set them up to win. And then if they need help with food or help with transportation, any of that stuff, I'm going to find that out there. And then I give them their paper products. And so I wish I had a list of that, but it's paper products. I give them a big box, and it has everything they're going to need for the weekend. And they walk away. It's kind of cool to see all these people walking through our church with big boxes that say the weekend, or they say Disciple Now on it. So it draws attention to what we're doing. Now, I'm also going to give you a Dnow budget tool. And if you're like me, starting out, I really didn't know how to budget much of anything. And so I use this tool. I still use this tool every year. And this will change. If you put different amounts in there, it will change for you, but it's going to have this is how much the t-shirt's going to cost, this is how books are going to cost us, how many students, this is a breakdown, this is how much curriculum is going to cost us, this is how much the band's going to cost us, and then it's going to give you a grand total of breakdown per student. Then you're able to go, okay, it's going to cost $75, or it's going to cost $50 for a student to go to Disciple Now. And then you're able to take this spreadsheet, and you're going to go talk to your senior pastor. You can talk to your committee, or whoever you're talking to about money, and say, this is what we're going to need to make this event happen. Guys, best tool there, right there, to help you budget for Disciple Now. Now, guys, listen, I think we have some of the best studies out there. Like I said, I've used all kinds of studies over the last 20 years. We have 13 studies. We have studies that come out every year. Sometimes we have 2. Right now we have 13. All of our studies, you download them, you can print them, and you can use them. Now, some guys, be honest with you, I'm a student pastor. I know student pastors. So some student pastors, they're not procrastinators. They're picking out their curriculum 3 months, 4 months ahead of time. And then sometimes youth pastors are calling us. They're going, hey, I need it, in 2 weeks, or I need it this weekend. I can always say, listen, just buy it and you download it and you print it. It's yours same day. So you're ready to go. So download, print, use, guys. We have everything you're going to need for a life-changing weekend. And Disciple Now curriculum, if you have any questions, you can go to our website. You can see my number. My name's Jamie. You can call me. You can ask questions about Disciple Now curriculum. You can ask me questions about student ministry. I love working with students. I love working with leaders. But if we can help you have a great weekend, an easy-to-use turnkey event weekend where we set you up to win, guys, we have everything you're going to need to run Disciple Now weekend that's not going to break your budget. Our curriculum is going to cost you $150. That's it. And then you can buy books. You can do all those things. You can add to it, but that's it. And you can find the best prices out there to make your weekend great. If you want to go ahead and add a 30-day devotional, you can jump up to the $200 package, and then you're going to have the 30-day devotional. But guys, you're going to have everything you're going to need for a great Disciple Now weekend. Guys, check us out, and I look forward to catching up with you in some more videos.